Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series CGP League match here between Defying History and AVANT-GARDE. I'm Myksta, joined by a maniac, and what a series this is going to be.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it, Mike. Can't wait to see how both of these teams play. I personally haven't seen either of them for quite a while. Actually, I lied. Defying History I've seen fairly recently. AVANT-GARDE, on the other hand, I haven't seen since the APAC Regional Finals, so very interested to see how they're playing at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We did see them, of course, play in one of our CGP matches already, I do believe. Could be mistaken. We've had so many games already. But, I mean, we are going to be seeing them use their new roster. Of course, we're going to be Myksta filling in, of course, the shoes there of Kui. But, with these teams, we are possibly might be having a little bit... I thought we were going to have a little bit of friendly fire at the early stages, but, it doesn't seem to be the case because the kill feed's already lighting up red, and of course that's in favour of the Avant squad. That being said, two of their players get dropped. They're swarming over into this Atlas side. Of course, it is Hardpoint Detroit for map number 1. And that means Atlas is going to be that first hardpoint location, but the first points go on the board there to Defying History.
Yeah, it's a good start for these guys. I'm actually on with Carry at the moment. For those of you who don't know this player, Carry always goes huge for this Defying History squad. As you can see, he's opening up 4-0. Does get dropped there in the Atlas, but he is an excellent AR player. As you saw, he was running that bow. Expect him to go big. Just going to jump back over now with Jadem. Also from that Defying History squad, he's just going to take out Myksta, just getting dropped there. And he was just heavily stunned, but in these last final seconds, it looks like this first hardpoint is going to go completely to Defying History. And Mike, the first hardpoint, no matter what map we're generally on, we just see it go kill for kill, and generally it's just a scramble, but that first one was quite dominant towards the Defying History squad.
It really was. They were able to set up, and then their player in the hardpoint was just able to chill there. Wasn't really needing to do too much. His teammates around him were then picking off those kills, and Avant, by the time they knew it, the hardpoint was already over, and they needed to rotate over to that next one. You see them now, though, having this set up over on green. It is going to be Myksta here in this hardpoint. He's going to get contested, though, but you notice after his death, he got a double assist because Hopi was able to pull out that double kill. Now Dean's going to be in there. He doesn't need to really do too much though, because Benno is going to be watching that alley. Now Dean's still in green, is just chilling out in camouflage here within these dead bodies. Allows him to pick off a kill as well, because Jadem wasn't expecting a player to be there. Hopi now going to be contesting this one successfully as well. He's going to be the last one alive for a moment. Needs to watch back green as well, which he does do so. However, the players come in through the front, but there's only 7 seconds remaining. So from that time in this green hardpoint, Avant were able to catch back up. The scrap time will leave it into a 3-point or 2-point game, and now it's rotated to the car park.
Yeah, and that lead now to the guys from AVANT-GARDE had a lot to do with the slaying power of Hopi. We know that he has the power to go nuts, and I just wanted to point out, Mike, that he actually hit his double digits within 1 minute and 30 seconds of this game, and that is quick, trust me. He goes to work very fast. I'm just on with his teammate Benno right now. He's picked up the kill. Myksta and Hopi both taking it down. Hopi, in fact, picked up the 2-piece there, so lighten up red for this AV squad, and Mike, they have this car park hardpoint locked down tight.
That they do. I mean, Hopi's just picking off these kills. You really just can't stop him. Benno's going to be there for the assist, so they're using the Halo duo. God. And, I mean, Hopi just can't be stopped on that 5 streak. He's going to make it 6, finally getting shut down on the side, so I might have jinxed that one. Benno's going to be there at the bottom of the ramp, though, and he'll be able to take down one. Now, once again, you notice, by the time Defying History can even try and make an impact and get those contests, it's already too late. It's already going to rotate. And that scrap time, while it tried to be Defying History, it ended up being Avant in the end anyway. So Defying History learn a thing or two after these current hard points, and now they're setting up a little bit earlier than what they were previously doing over onto this yellow side. They've got this control, of course, already been in here for 13 seconds. They're still going to have control of this one, but Avant are going to be pouncing right now, but apparently it seems to be to no avail, to little avail. And still going to be contested. Scars going to be able to pick off one. Dean will be able to go in for that contest. Now he just needs to hold her, pick off the second, but the nade will take him down.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate in that nade. I don't want to harp on about it, but I just want to point out Hopi again, Mike. 19 for 10. He's already close to his 20 bomb. We're not even halfway through this. 6 minutes 15 on the clock. If you look what he's rocking, he's got the ASM-1, your standard attachments. You look at his perks. There's nothing crazy here. He's just going to work, really. Getting off him for a second. I'm going to jump over to Jimmy as he just got dropped, as you're getting a really strong push from the AVANT-GARDE squad down here into your hard point. Obviously, that scrap time being caught up as it's going to rotate over to your school hard point right now. Jaden and Skarzan are going to be holding that down. I'm with Jaden, still going to work. 16 for 11 is his KD. He's going to work with his ASM1 as well. Picks up the couple of assists there. As you can see, the rest of his team going to work. I think that was nearly all headshots there, so their aim is on point right now. And we have a close game at nearly the halfway mark. It is a 10-point game, Mike.
That it is. Jaden, though, trying to just assist his teammate, but it was Skarzan with that double. Carry was able to take down one, and Dean takes down Skarzan, and Jaden also drops. Now, you notice Avant right now going to be holding these entrances. So, going to be watching the yard, they're going to be watching those main steps, and they're going to have a play at the back of the bus stop side, watching that main street as well. So, they're always coming out with the call-outs, where these players are located from, and Defying History now trying to push out by pushing through this window. The main stairs is covered here, and Baka is able to take down two before he gets taken down. So, a fairly good trade there for him as well. Dean's going to be checking this one. He instantly checks that right corner as, of course, he boosted through that main doorway, and he's able to get that control with his teammate. Benno and Hope pick off kills there as well. But you notice the scores right now, Maniac. 124 points to 103 with 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it is a very close game, Mike. It's just going to and fro. We're going back, of course, to our first hard point here in the Atlas building. We saw the guys from Defying History dominate that one off the start, but these guys from AV are not giving up the second time around. Macca's in there getting a lot of points right now. We saw Benno backing him up, picking up the two-piece on the outside. Benno going to jump over to him quickly as he is on the 5-point streak. He's rocking that bow as he usually does, just looking down that street, down towards Atlas and over to that opposite side of the map, just having a look at the ammo, making sure no one comes through there. And Macca crossing back over to him. He is still in the hill. He has still been alive this whole time. And Mike, it is now a 50-point game, and it is all from this Atlas hill. Mike, that's something you don't really see from this hill when there's so many methods of attacking it.
That being said, once again, Defying History are going to be getting that scrap time, and it just seems like scrap time really isn't going to be enough for them. But, you know, you pointed about the Atlas hard point, of course, one of our cluster points here at the first of its initial rotation, and they were able to get good control. But we did see a similar thing happen for the first hard point in the game as well, where Defying History were able to get a little bit of a lead off it as well. They were able to get that player in that Atlas, players surrounding it as well by picking off those kills and gaining that control. And Avant just did the same thing, but 5 minutes into this game, once they had reached back to that point again. Right now, though, they're going to be over on green, and it is going to be Defying History trying to maintain that control, but Avant are just pushing in with sheer numbers. 3 players go in, 2 players remain, and right now, Dean and Hopi going to be getting their points for their team. 171 points and counting to 134.
Yeah, AV's big push there came from the fact that they spawned at yellow and all of them just rushed straight down that alley and just stopped the guys from DH. But as you can see, the spawns were reversed and DH are doing the exact same thing. But through all of that, AV was still able to get back in control and are now cleaning up the scrap points here. Look at your minimap though as the rotation is on for these guys from DH. They're already over there. They're well set up for this car park high point. I'm following Dean though as he's going to be on the attack. He cleans up one. That's Jimmy taking a fall. Up the stairs, rushing in. He's watching that dumpster. Picks up the second one. Skarzan falls. Can he pick the third? He does. Dean going to work here. Carry takes a fall. Tries for the fourth. He's getting a little greedy. And Jaden is going to finally take him down before Hopi and Benno start going to work.
Avant are just on fire right now here. 194 points to 147. 2.5 minutes remaining here, and they should be able to hit this 200-point mark. Benno's going to be the last alive for his team here in this hard point, but it doesn't really seem to matter because he's just got that down packed. I was actually mistaken. Dean was there with him as well, and they're both mopping up here on this kill feed because Dean's on a 3 streak, Benno's on a 3 streak, and Hopi now makes it 2 as well with Macca picking off a single. They're just all picking off these kills. No one seems to be able to stop them. With 10 seconds remaining, no one's really going to be contesting that scrap time, bar from one player from Defying History. That means that this can potentially end here on our next hard point here at Yellow, and Avant are going to be pushing this one. They've cleared out a couple players. They've got that control, and now they just need to hold it for another 25 seconds.
Yeah, and I think they might have it here. It's great control. Dean here is not even being contested right now. As I say that, there's going to be a few people ducks in a row for him down this alley. He's going to pick up one before his teammates rush in. Macca picked up one for him. Benno also going to work by taking down Jaden. But look at this. Only 5 or so more seconds required for Dean. And as you can see on your minimap, these guys are forced to rush straight down that alley he was watching. He wisely backed up a bit, gets the pre-fire out. It was too easy for him. He knew exactly where that player was. Hope he had him in a pinch. There was no luck there for Defying History in the end. 250 to 151. And Mike, considering how close this was in the first half, I never saw this becoming a 100-point game.
Neither did I. I mean, I thought it was going to be going a close match all the way to the end to be decided at that school hard point, actually. but it just didn't seem to be the case. Avant were just on fire. I mean, 30-plus kills for 3 out of the 4 members. The last one falling short by 2 kills as well. So it was definitely an impressive effort there by them. They just got completely outslayed here from the Defying History squad. I mean, Jimmy is on 12 to 33. Then he had 19 from Skarsgård as well. Now, you got to keep in mind, kills aren't everything. With Hardpoint, of course, it's an objective game type. But being outslayed really affected them there in that map.
It really did, Mike. And I would just like to point out, I've got the score screen up right now. Dean, we were pointing out Hobie a lot at the beginning, but Dean, 1.5 KD with 9 caps, 3 defends, easily MVP here in this match. He went huge. We followed him there for a bit. When he went in to clean out car park, I mean, I was getting tingles. It was really exciting to watch. Hopey, an interesting point about that game is that he got just as many kills in the first 3 minutes as he did the following 5.5. So it was a very fast-paced beginning for him before everyone got settled for both his team and Defying History. But I mean, really, AV just in the end outclassing DH just as a squad. They were just overall really good.
That they were. Now, it does seem like one player has gone to reset his internet connection due to some technical issues on his end. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back soon with map number 2, what seems to be Search and Destroy Detroit, after this short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the CyberGamer Advanced Warfare ASTRO Championship Series. This is our CGP match between Defying History and AVANT-GARDE. Currently, Avant lead the series 1-0 after a convincing hard point on Detroit. Of course, it was around about a 250 to 151 scoreline, so it's definitely an impressive feat for them. But I mean, a Maniac, we're entering into Search and Destroy once again on Detroit here. How do you think this one's going to turn out?
Yeah, well, I've been following both teams in their S&D, and both of them are pretty good. Of course, AV being a champs team and Defying History going very well in the CyberGamer Pro League so far. Could go either way, but we did see the guys from AV walk away with that last game. But with that said, you've got 2 members of AV already dropped, and they are on the attack. And Scars is going to be dropped in return. So you've got Macra and Benno up against 3 players of the Defying History squad. I was just on with Benno, your bomb carrier. He just got the tag out, and then the nice nade to take down Jimmy. So he was going to be left the only one alone, and a scope into the jugular is going to take him down. I bet that didn't tickle. So your first round is actually going to Defy History, Mike. I'm not sure if that's a sign of things to come. Only our first round, but as I said, both teams very strong.
Yeah, that they were. And I mean, you see Jadam here from Defying History just being able to pick off that shot off. And, it was Benno that he took down, as you mentioned. He had that bomb. He didn't have to, make any unnecessary movements. He just needed to pick off these kills. But unfortunately, the odds were stacked against him and he couldn't really make anything happen. That being said, now the sides are going to swap. So we'll see if either Defying History will be able to do it again or if Avant can maybe answer back on this one. Now I'm going to jump forward to Jadam straight off the break because he's got the scope and he's already 3-0. Now he didn't really panic after that play. Jumped straight past his line of sight. I do believe he might have fired a shot out, but hope he was able to take down Scars. So they've got the numbers advantage. He missed the shot there on Macca and he will now back off. Carey was able to take down Hopi as well. So it's a 3v3 situation at the moment. Jimmy with the bomb.
Yeah, I'm just actually following Benno right now, Mike. It's just interesting the combo he's carrying. He's got that overkill perk on, and he's going with the AK-12, which we're seeing a lot more, of course, ever since that buff. Not going to help him there, as he was very promptly taken down, but it's just interesting seeing the combos these guys run with, but more interesting is the action right in front of us, as Dean was the only one left alive, and as they say back in the day, boom, headshot. As Dean cleans that player up, leaving it a 1v1 situation of Dean versus Jadam. As you see on your minimap, they are doing a little bit of a dance around each other. Dean needs to watch his flank as the player is coming right behind him. Just under 30 seconds left. Still plenty of time, and he's playing it very cautiously right now. That bomb is all the way over on the B side, so of course this attacking squad is going to have to take the round or at least move over to pick it up, but at that time running out, they're relying on the kill here, Mike. It's going to be excited to see how it goes.
Of course, Dean just needs to pick off this kill, whereas the bomb needs to be planted here for Jadam. Dean's pushing it very, very slowly. He knows the bomb's been planted. He'll be able to pick off an easy kill, and there you go. That'll be the round to Avant, now being able to even up the scoreline 1-1. He's able to get a defuse to his name as well, so it's not going to be all too bad for him, but, I mean, he's gonna be able to take that round. So it was an important round for Avant. They, of course, it's only round 2, so they still wanted, they still had a little bit of leeway, but they wanted to make sure they can at least make it round for round, and now hopefully try to take the next round for themselves, an attacking round. Currently, of course, both rounds have been won in defense. So even though it's only round 3, teams are really going to need to strive to win these consecutive rounds of both offense and defense. We'll see if they'll be able to do so. It does seem like the bomb has been forgotten back at base here from the Avant squad, and it is going to be Hopi who rotates back to pick that one up. Maka I'm on board with, though, as his running point here over onto the schoolyard. Now he's going to be running into Skarzan fairly soon, though, if he keeps going that way that he is going. There's actually going to be Dean now swapping over to that point man, so we'll swap over to him in turn as well. Will he turn that corner, though? That is the question, and he will, and he will be able to pick off a nice kill. It predicted where he would be, able to pick off the kills. The reflexes just weren't there from Skarzan, and I mean, you see the second kill there for Dean as well, just going off a tear. His teammates might be bait, but he's picking off those kills and constantly evening up and bring the advantage to his team.
Yeah, Dean's just shown that his last game wasn't a fluke. He's on the 4-kill streak right now. I think it was a fluke of the other team to take him down at very early on, but he's now on this streak, and as you can see how AVANT-GARDE, just like that, are going to be taking out that second round, that second round win, I should say, and it's going to be 2-1, and yeah, I don't know if they at least got it on the attacking round, which is good to see, and obviously that was a nice shot there by Benno, quite easy, just the thermal straight down the street. But yeah, they've got theirs on the attack. Now they're back on the defense. It's going to be interesting to see if they shut that down once again. And Mike, I say it with a lot of closely matched teams. If you see one pull ahead by a couple of points, generally speaking, or statistically speaking, I'm pretty sure if you worked it out, usually that team will go ahead to be the winner. But still a little early to say that, as we are only into round 4. We're going to be seeing this Defying History squad now on the attack. Jimmy with the bomb.
He's going to be over into this car park as well, just proning right underneath the window now. Sniper shots are going off in the background. You do have on your kill feed Jadem taking down the man of Dean as he gets shut down. Of course, that top point scorer there from the Avant squad. Now, Jimmy's going to be pushing over to this B-ball once again, but 2 of the Avant players are there to play a little bit defense. Now, Mac is going to be waiting over on that left doorway corner just to try and get those angles on. Jadem will take down Hopi, and now Maka, he will spot one, but he'll get spotted first as he was in the middle of turning, and now the bomb will start to get planted. Now, Benno's the last one alive. It was in a 1v4, but now it's a 0v4 because he got shut down as he tried to push through the back locker's window. Now, you'll see on this round in the kill cam how it happened from the opposing team's angle, from Jadem's perspective, from Defying History. Just able to clean on through, and look at that. That was an easy shot for him. Maybe paying a little bit of revenge back against Benno, who got the easy sniper shot last round. Either way, it's going to tie things back up once again, 2-2.
Yeah, that was a really strong attack from these guys of Defying History. Now we're obviously going to be jumping on with the guys from AV. I'm going to be following Hopi. He's got that bomb. Didn't forget it this time around. He's obviously rocking that bow. And he's just going to be chilling here, holding back as the rest of his team are going to be running point. As you can see on your COD vision, there's going to be a player jumping up on top of the streak there, and he just needs to watch himself. There's 2 players down there. You've got Scars and also Ooh. Jimmy's shots out. Nice headshot to take down Jimmy. So that's going to be Scars, and also taking a 4 from Maka, also rocking that bow as well. These guys are fans, of course, of the AR, as Dean and Benno are both also dropped early on for this AVANT-GARDE squad. So we've got a 2v2 right now. Hopi and Maka teaming up to take down Jadem and carry. Jadem, it should be noted, Mike, 8 for 2 right now. And as you compare that from the rest of the scoreboard, he's more than double the kills of anyone else. So if you're up against someone in this S&D on Detroit, yeah, I don't know if you want to go up against him in a gunfight because he's looking pretty strong right now.
COD timing at its finest. Hope he was able to plant the bomb on the open side of that bomb site. He's going to now rotate back over through lockers, take down one, and now it is going to be carry the last alive. He's going to be on that bomb itself, and I mean, he's going to be taken down. But I mean, we had Jadem. You mentioned Jadem, so I swapped over to him. He's over on that mid street, and he was just watching that middle crossover through the, from Main Street to the middle doors of that school. Now, Hopi was just strolling on in there. The second he was about to walk into his site, Jadem turned around and began his rotation. The bomb was then planted on that open side. He was able to get a perfect positioning for that bomb. He was able to rotate around. The kills happened, and then that round happened as well. I just wanted to point that out just in case you missed it, but it was definitely a well-played round there by Avant.
Yeah, and Hopi played it textbook at the end, but you're right. the COD timing definitely worked in his favour. It was quite unfortunate for Jaden. He was going on that awesome streak. He's now currently going 8 for 3. Still can't argue with a score like that. Hopey, though, is going to hopefully get this nade out just at the top of that car park, and he picks up one. That's Carry taking a fall, but Jimmy is going to get some very prompt revenge for him. Jimmy, of course, also your bomb carrier right here. He is over here in the car park. His player going to come through, and look at that. Maka with the fast reflexes. Jimmy just caught twiddling his thumbs there as he takes a fall. You've got Dean and Benno now up against Jadem and Skarzen. Once again, Skarzen lagging a little bit behind for his squad, but he's got there Jadem to put him in his backpack, and Benno and Dean, beasts for this AV squad, are going to try to go to work. But as I say that, it was Benno who was just shut down. Dean is now left all alive. He does have this IMR, nothing in the back pocket but the blades, so he's going to be trying to go to work with this. He is up against two players, Jadem and Skarzen. He needs to watch himself. Saw no one around this B Street, the A Street. He's gone over to the school where this B-bomb is. He needs to watch his flank, though, as we know those players are in that street. Whether you're spotted or not, it's going to be interesting. Let's jump over to the point of view of Jadem as he's defending Skarzen, who just put the bomb down. Now you're going to see Dino on the attack. I'm going to jump over to him right now. He did just take down Skarzen. You got a 1v1. IMR shots out. Dean's going to clean it up, and that is how you play defense in a 2v1 situation. Dean, perfect timing, able to take down that first player, got the bomb down. The player who was defending him, I think, may have taken off into green just a little bit too early, but he was trying to watch that flank. He didn't know where the player was coming from, so it was just unfortunate for them, and Dean just played it amazingly well.
It was a great round there for Dean, but once again, I mean, you actually have spots that you can watch over through those angles. Dean was able to cross them, but you know the player that was covering the bomb planter's back, he was over onto the side. He was over onto that green side. He couldn't watch the complete walkthrough past the trailers there, and then he got taken down. Now, off this next round, we're actually going to have a timeout, it seems. Dean Maka going to be timing out, or no, joining back in, so that's always a great start. But, you know, we are going to be having, you know, still, I don't believe we'll be able to actually spawn back in. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but yeah, still Dean with the bomb. He's going to be pushing over to this A side, and he's going to be looking for that player. The player's going to be hugging the bomb as well. He's going to pull out the Atlas 20mm, and he's still going to be able to get alive out of there. And that's one thing I've actually noticed here in Maniac, that Defying History, they get a lot of shots on, but they can't capitalize them 100% of the time, and it really is costing them for some of these rounds.
Yeah, it is a little unfortunate for them, and as you can see here, all of them going negative except for that Jadem character. Dean is going to be trying to go to work with this scope, though. He does have the Atlas 20mm, as you said. He is also the bomb carrier, as you can see through COD vision. There was that one player in the school who, of course, wasn't able to spot him. He needs to watch himself around the corner. Carry is going to be hiding just inside the room here. Spots him, shots out. Nice work. So Dean's going to clean up Carry. Benno just picked up the kill as well, but Hope is going to be shut down by Skarzen, the only one left alive up against Dean, and it was Benno. Benno was dropped. Needs to watch himself. Skarzen's just inside that door. Dean needs to watch it. He dashes past, gets the tags on, and then is eventually able to clean it up. And just like that, they are going to be one round away from taking this map and also taking out the second game here in this series, Mike.
Look at this round-ending kill cam once again. Dean able to just go clutch for his team. And, I mean, that was nearly a bad situation though, mind you. That nearly was a 1v3 out of Defying History, but it wasn't. And that's the key line that AVANT are really going to be going for. Now, you got to keep in mind that, you know, right now, they're one round away from making it 2-0. Dean, though, is on 8-3. Now, you mentioned a couple of rounds ago that Jadem was 8-2. Now he got a kill finally, but he was a little bit of a dry spell, and you know he died 3 more times since then. But as you know, I must have the commentator's luck at the moment because he was able to pick off that kill. But only 2 players left up here for AVANT right now. Hopi and Benno make that just Benno, as he's going to be over onto this bus stop side up against all 4 players. One player is going to go to contest him. He pulls out the Maws, but will he be able to pick off these kills? The bomb's going to get planted here at B, and we should have 45 seconds for Benno to make something happen.
Yeah, but he's under pressure right now, and all the players are going to know where he is, and he decides to rip out that Moors at the last second. I think he knew that nothing was going to be happening for him right there. So Defying History, they're still in this game, Mike, but they are still very threatened by the AV squad. As we said, only 1 round away. But these guys from Defying History still looking very strong, and Carry obviously picking up that kill cam there at the end. I did say to watch Carry because he can put down the numbers. I mean, right now he's only going 6 for 5, but don't let that fool you. He can be a beat at times.
We're going to be having the attacking round now here for the Avant squad. Of course, they are going to end it, though, as we did have another timeout occur. So we are going to need to end that one and get it started up again. And all in due time, all in due time. But, yeah, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a classy round in the kill cam here for this one. Of course, one player die, one player more. But, yeah, that is going to be having to end for that one, unfortunately. 5-3 though. Keep that in the top of your brain there, Maniac, because that's going to be a score we're going to need to refer to back later. And that is going to be Hopi that did time out as well. So that's unfortunate for them, but you know, what can you do? Connection issues do happen. But with a 5-3 scoreline, what do you see happening if and hopefully when Hopi rejoins?
Well, I mean, it's Hopi. He's one of the key slayers for the team, and he really acts as the slayer, the anchor for this team. I expect them to take it. They've been pretty dominant so far. The scoreline is 5-3, which kind of says it all. And the only reason they've lost one of those rounds is because of this timeout issue. So I expect them to come back pretty easily and take away that last round. That, of course, takes us to game number 3, and in a best of 5, that's potentially the last game. The question then is that when you're back on the respawns, can the guys from Defying History come back? I guess only time will tell.
Yeah, and I mean, it is going to be an uplink for map number 3, and then if needed, captured flag for map 4, and then a search and destroy. If needed, once again, going to be a search and destroy. But I've received a little bit of report that it's just been a little bit of a connection issues from Hopi. He should be able to come back in relatively soon. Just a common disconnection issue that he normally frequently happens, which is slightly annoying hearing about it. But, you know, what can you do? We'll take a short break and we'll be back soon with more action here in our CGAWACS CGP League match. And we're back here with the continuation of our Search and Destroy Detroit for our CGAWACS CGP League match here between AVANT-GARDE and Defying History. I'm Myksta, joined by a Maniac. And remember, the scores are 5-3 in favour of Avant. Avant only need one more round to take the series, or to take the lead in the series 2-0.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if they can take it right here. They are on the attack. I'm just on with Hopi. He's got a teammate running point for him right now, just at the entrance to this street. Now, there is a gunfight going down right now. Jimmy's kind of come off best in that one, taking down Dean. So, and then we actually see Maka taking a fall from Jadam as well. So Defying History look to be in a good position right now. You've got Hopi being backed up by Benno, as you can see here on your mini-map. Oh, I'm actually watching Hopi right now. I thought he was going to get that shot, but they need to watch the push through green, and there's going to be one player sneaking up. I've just jumped over to Benno to see if he's going to spot it. He's got that thermo out. He's going to peep out at the wrong time. Benno's going to be dropped. Hopi now left alone in a 1v4 on the attack. Spots one player just outside of school, gets his shots on. He needs to get out of there quick smart, because being stuck in that street, especially when you're weak, and as you can see there, he paid for it. So that is now going to mean your score is 5-4, still in favour of Avant-GARDE. But Mike, the last 3 rounds have gone to Defying History. They are on a bit of a comeback right now. They
are, and I mean, you actually notice on this round in the kill cam, you know, he picked off that first kill. We didn't dash to the middle. The positioning from Defying History, we're just able to really just successfully really sandwich him in, I guess would be the most appropriate term for it, because he was just trapped in the middle between a rock and a hard place. And I mean, you're going to be seeing now still Avant need one more round. Defying History, though, they only need 2. So we'll just have to see how things will play out between these two. Skarsm will take down Benno, and Jimmy with the bomb over onto the car park. A Maniac, he's got his teammates with him, but will this B-side push pan out?
Well, it might. Obviously, a bit of a mix-up. We haven't seen too many B-side pushes. I reckon this is going to be relying on Maka, who is nicely positioned here, watching that B-side as these couple of players are going to be pushing into the court here. I wouldn't be surprised if they push in. Here they are. I'm going to stay on Maka's screen. I've got COD vision turned on. He just sees the one player dash. He's got to stay quiet for now. Gets a shot set. Oh, my God. Jadam is going to be the one shutting him down, though. So Maka takes a fall, leaving Dean and Hopi the only ones left alive. And as I say that, they are taking out quick smart. Both of them fall almost like synchronized deaths, as the round score is now going to be tied up 5-5. And Mike, we are heading into a round 11.
That we are now. It's going to be interesting between these two teams, because generally round 11s are dictated by your total amount of kills. That therefore would put you over onto that defense or offensive side based on that. But because we had to end the game, we're not going to be seeing that. So will the teams end it or do it manually, or will they just be going with the sides that they currently have? does seem like that could be the case, and we're down into our final round here. So we'll see, can Avant make something happen, or will this be the comeback here from Defying History? We've got Hopey, though, pushing over to this B side once again. Now, you mentioned in your last round that we haven't seen too many B pushes. That's not entirely accurate. I guess the correct way to put it was we haven't seen too many successful B pushes, but we'll see if this one's going to be the case, because we do have Hopey picking off one. Now, of course, he's the only player on his team since the restart who has picked off kills. Dean is going to be looking to change that, though, as he's waiting to see these players over onto that Locker's side. There's going to be Maka, who does a nice job dodging a sniper bullet to be able to pick off the kill there, and that is going to be Jadam and Jimmy now left alive against 4 of the players. Make that just Jimmy, though, as he contests over this mid-stairs. He does fire a couple of shots. He'll take down one as well. 2 players left up, and they'll be able to take him. That'll be Avant, barely scraping through with that map. Not as convincing as map 1, but a win's a win, and they'll now go up 2-0.
That was a mental push there by Maka into Lockers to take down that player. He was getting so low, making Lil John jealous, because that was an awesome push with that ASM-1, able to clean it up, helping to seal this victory for the guys. And Benno, of course, getting that final kill cam there to end things 6-5, being the round score. AVANT-GARDE take that map, so they're now up 2-0 in the series. And Mike, next, we're going into an uplink. That
we are, and of course, these players will just need to wait for the host to end that game. But that is going to be 2-0. So it's going to be an interesting time for Avant right now, because we saw them play that hard point, right? We saw them play a convincing game. Nearly, basically, it was a 99-point game off memory. 250 to 151, I believe, was those exact score lines. Then we had a 6-5 on Search and Destroy. So Search and Destroy definitely went back and forth. You know, we had an early lead, then we had consecutive rounds from Defying History, but at the end, it was Avant who took that one out, right? So now with the uplink, it's Respawn once again. Different game entirely, though, to that hard point. So while it might be a Respawn, the Respawn might favour Defying History if they can play it well. I mean, sometimes some teams are good at 1 out of the 3 game types. Some teams are good at 2 out of 3. We just got to hope that Defying History are good on uplink, they're good on capture the flag, and they just weren't good on hardpoint if they want to stand a chance here in this series.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right, Mike. In the uplink, of course, totally different game type. It is back to Respawn, though, and we know the slaying power of Avant-GARDE is ridiculously strong. That said, keep an eye on these guys from Defying History, all of them putting up some big numbers recently, especially Carrie and Jadam, both going huge for their team. That's not to rule out the other two. Just as a squad, they are pretty dominant. I mean, Avant-GARDE, I'd probably be tipping them, but only just. I know I wouldn't be betting my house on it, that's for sure. Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how it plays out. What I am interested to see, Mike, is if we're going to see as close of a game as we saw just the other night, if you recall that mental comeback where we saw the 13-12 scoreline. That was ridiculous.
What even makes that so much better was that it was in the very last couple of seconds to be able to get that. Was how sure
I was that it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, you ruled them out like 3 minutes beforehand. 1.5 minute mark, they just kept getting point after point after point.
It's not my fault they were freaks of nature. Like, what the hell? That comeback was absolutely ridiculous.
What can I say? I just picked the right people to spectate. We saw the action. I mean, I couldn't even wait for that rebroadcast to catch up. I had to watch it back then and there from my recorded broadcast. But enough of that. We're back into this uplink, or we're now into this uplink for the first time here in this match. Defying History taking on Avant. Avant 2-0 right now in the series. One more map for them to take it out. Let's jump on board, though, with Defying History. As I say that, 2 of their players get dropped. So Carrie, can he get these kills? He tries to go for no! He gets shut down. The entire team gets shut down. And now Maka is going to be having this ball running over to this blue side. He's going to rely on his teammates to make some work. And Avant have gotten some nice early control here, but the points still won't be scored.
Yeah, it was shut down right at the end there. Carrie clutching it for his team. Scars, and also picking up a kill before going on a run with the drone right now. He's got a player running point for him. He's up here on this snow roof. He is going to be stunned pretty heavily. Throws that drone out, trying to hit the player with it. But unfortunately, it's not going to happen. And we're still sitting at 0-0 as the drone was thrown out for the reset. Smart play by these AV guys, but it's going to be back in the hands of Scars. And he's right there to go for another run. Up on top of Purple. Goes for the long range throw. That is not not going to make it. It is going to be dribbling around the ground there, and as you can see, a player there from AV is there to pick it up. That's Maka, who's going to be running straight into red. He's got 2 players running point for him. He's going to run into a player just outside of the generator. He needs to watch himself. That player was stunned, goes for the long-range throw and misses it. Maka needs to practice that throwing arm, maybe lift some weights and get it going, because he did miss that after a minute and a half. We are still at 0-0, and Carry there, Mike, picked up a huge 2-piece.
That was 3 players down from Avant, as well as we have now Dean being able to intercept that ball by being able to take down 2 of those players. Now we'll jump aboard with him now. He's over onto that green catwalk. He's going to be contested there, but he didn't go for the throw. He thought he had some cover. Hoping would now pick that one up, and he falls just short with that double jump strafe. Just being denied there from getting those points. Now, it's nearly been 2 minutes of action, and we have not seen a single point yet in play, but we've seen plenty of chances to do so. Just no finishes right now between either of these 2 teams. Jimmy's going to give it a crack, though. He's going to have his teammates for support. Will he pass the ball, or will he go for it himself? Jadam's going to be there to receive. He's going to get shut down. Skarzan and Jimmy are there. Jimmy will pick up this ball. No way, he'll dash behind. That's 3 players down. Carry off the respawn, won't be in any position to make something happen there on that capture point. And now it's going to be up to him to intercept. 2 players going to be there to meet him. Hope he's now going to be pushing on forward. He'll get taken down. The ball will be thrown, I believe, but it will rebound. Apologise for the stutter there, but I mean, still 0 points. And, how many opportunities have we seen now, Maniac?
We've seen a lot. I don't want to go too far back, as we may see a carry just here. Yeah, did you see that drone just break the matrix?
It bounced off the wall.
It had a mind of its own. Look, I'm going back a little bit now. It's been about a minute and a half, but I just wanted to touch on it anyway because you didn't mention it. The guys from Defying History actually had a great opportunity a little earlier to get the drone in, but it was going to be shut down purely because they rushed for it instead of trying to clear it out. I mean, a couple of players were being heavily stunned. I was on board with Jimmy at the time, and he saw 1 player coming out of red, but instead of trying to get that kill, he was just rushing for that drone, which I just thought was the wrong move. While I was going on this bit of a monologue, of course, Mike, we did see the guys from AVANT-GARDE able to finally get some points on the board, so it's 2-0 right now. It was with Hopi as he was taken down by Carry, and now this drone is going to be here just under the green crane. We've got Benno running point for the teammate. That's Dean trying to go for a run. Dean, I might add, on the 4-point streak, he's got 3 uplifts to his name, all the points in this game, 12 for 4 KD. This guy is going nuts right now.
That he is, and I mean, I guess you just have to see why he was the round 1 MVP for his team. With plays like that, Hopi is going to be having this ball. Now, he decided he wanted to 1v2 them with nothing but the ball in his hand, and unfortunately didn't prove to be successful. Skarzan going to be having this one, and having the ball in this one. Is going to be over on 5 now, pushing over to this purple side. He keeps running into a lot of the great catwalks. Now, there's only 2 on the map, but he seems to run into both of them as he goes for that double jump. Now, he's got players chasing him right now. A little bit of some stalker action happening as he gets taken down, but the ball's going to be dropped over on through that yellow side, and only 1 player from Avant, though, currently up. It's going to be Hopi. He's going to be in a perfect position to intercept, but he misses a couple of shots. He won't be able to pick off that ball carrier, and Jadam should be able to go in for those 2 pointers. Yes, he will. That makes it 3-2.
And you might be fooled by Jimmy's KD right now, 7 for 13, but it was actually his huge 2-piece, which was that streak he's currently on, that enabled the Defying History squad to get in that drone. It was, of course, a cohesive team effort, but trust me, he clutched it when he was just outside of that elbow and picked up the 2-piece on the snow. If that didn't happen, they wouldn't have been getting that uplink, I assure you. As we see there, the throw out from AV, trying to get through, not going to happen, and drone is going to reset. I'm still with Carry right now, as he just took down Dean with some nice shots of the bow. He's going to be jumping back over to purple. You had 1 player throwing it around, but it's going to end there at the half. 2 points to 3. Very low points scored in that half, Mike, and it just shows that these teams are actually really close, and there's been a lot of slaying going on. I feel that they could probably capitalize on it a little bit better. AV, I think, are doing the smarter plays, going for those long throws when they do and they get those couple of kills. It's just their throwing arm that's failing them, as opposed to Defying History, where I feel like they're just not staying where they need to. But what do you feel about that?
I feel Avant are just missing some of the throws. I think their throws are just rusty. I think that's really what the issue is. Yeah, that's what I feel. And I mean, at the end of the day, it really is showing on the scoreboard. It's a close game. These teams, whether it's via the kills or just via their throws, they're not being able to secure a lot of these points. And right now, though, we do have both Avant and Defying History able to pick off a lot of kills there. Avant more so there in that contest, and now they should be able to maybe make some control here on this ball. Side of the map over on the blue snow. It is going to be Dean, though, trying to contest these players as his teammates just covering him if he misses one. And, I mean, he's just searching for and circling for these players. But Benno, in that meantime, has been able to be able to pick off that ball. He's going to be waiting for his teammates possibly. Jumps onto the green catwalk, and there we go. He decides to change his plan of attack to coincide with his teammate's spawn, and therefore able to go through over into elbow. He's going to get EMP'd, but it's okay because he's going to be able to just run on foot. Now he's going to have one player to deal with. Will he go for a throw, though? Will he go for this run? He's still just using all these crates to his advantage, and I mean, how is he alive still right now? His teammates are providing him to cover. There we go. Finally getting taken down by 3 more players from Defying History. Drop. Now Maka needs to get this kill, and he will. That should be another 2-point capture there by Avant, but nice teamwork and nice situational awareness and nice movement from Benno to be able to get the ball that far.
Yeah, that was actually really amazing that he was able to stay alive. And Mike, I question what may have happened if he was running that hardwired perk, because he was shut down by those stuns. That's what really slowed him up and made him take that weird path. If you have a look at someone like Carry, he's gone 16 for 11, now 16 for 12, but he's running that hardwired perk, and as you can tell, he's actually gone for that drone a few times for his squad. No doubt the reason why he's got that perk on. Obviously, you don't want to be slowed down by those stuns, and that's something that you'll see the smarter players do. However, with that said, they probably need to be that little bit smarter, Mike, as AVANT-GARDE still have that 3-point lead.
With 3 minutes remaining as well, it is going to be a tricky one for them to catch back up. I mean, there's plenty of time to get captures theoretically, but the way this game is playing, Avant just need a stall. And I mean, look at that. They're throwing the ball over onto those rooftops. They're forcing the long 12-second respawn time, and therefore, just being able to pick up the kills. They're set up all over this blue side. All they need to keep doing is just hold the ball, run it around a little bit, throw it back over on that roof, rinse and repeat, and they got this one in the bag.
That's exactly right, Mike, but it's sometimes easier said than done. Defying History are going to be trying to mount that comeback. They do only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to come back. I'm on with Jimmy. He's rocking this IMR right now with the iron sights. He's got a player in those sights. He's dancing around him. He gets the tags on. And it's actually Carry who's going to be picking up the kill. Still need to watch him here. He's right on the uplink spawn. Gets some more tags yet again. Maka and Scarson both picking up kills for their respective team. I'm jumping over with Scarson from the Defying History squad with just over 2 minutes left. They obviously want to mount this comeback. He's going to be shut down, though, as your kill feed's lighting up red. I'm on with Hopi as he just picked up the 2-piece, and he's now going to be making a run with this drone. He needs to watch himself. There's going to be a player just on his flank. Turns around, but he's going to be stunned and then taken out. Jaden is going to be coming out on top of that exchange. I'm now over with Benno, getting the shots out with the bow. Heavy tags. The player's got to be extremely weak here in 5, and he's actually going to be blown up there. Jaden, smart play to shoot the gas tanks, and Carry is going to be getting the friendly fire there on Jimmy. That's not what they need when there's only a minute and a half left and 3 points to come back.
He's actually going to be aiming for Hopi, who Hopi is still on a mission to take him down. Now, we did have that ball pass through 3 of the players from Defying History before getting shut down and thrown out by Hopi, but it doesn't seem to matter because Jada made it as if it never happened by getting those 2 points on the board, making it once again into a 1-point game. Now, if you're Avant, you're going to be a little bit nervous right now because you want to just end the game. You don't want to get embarrassed right now here on this uplink biolab, but it is going to be Defying History running this ball through. We'll see if they can possibly do it through ice right now. They're going to be contested possibly by one player. No, he's going to run out through the side. Now going to be going for this throw. He's going to get stuck on the catwalk, and there you go. The throw is out. He's able to get that 1-point capture, and that is going to make it 5-5 with 48 seconds on the clock. Avant just haven't had any ball control right now. Defying History, they got the first touch off the respawn, and Jadam's going to have it again, and they're having these opportunities. Avant in the last 3 minutes, since they made that decoy over onto the top of that roof, they haven't been able to really get control of it since.
No, they haven't. They're losing it completely. And these guys from Defying History are taking full advantage of it. They're trying to come back. Hopi there making a run up through ice. And he had no support at all. I'm not sure really what he was thinking. I guess he was just panicking here in the last few seconds. And we could potentially be going to an overtime. But as I say that, Dean goes for the long-range shot. And it connects. Nothing but net as he's able to get it through and clutches that last point. That was vital, Mike, because if these guys don't answer back, you got the long-range throw. and it's not going to happen. So your end score is going to be 5-6. AVANT-GARDE clutch it right at the end. I actually didn't see that coming, but they were able to get it, and that, of course, means they'll take out game number 3. Mike, they took out the S&D in the game 11, and now they win by only 1 point, but that series score is still looking good. 3-0, a clean sweep.
That it is, and it was definitely well played there from the Avant squad, being able to take that one out. Now, that's going to make them through 3-0 there in this match, which, of course, makes it the end of this series. A little bit short, but, I mean, you know the saying, short and sweet it goes, and that is going to be that series. Well played, though. That was a nicely played uplink game. And, I mean, you begged the question earlier on in the series, after map 2, you said, is it going to be a close game, or is it going to be a one-sided match like that hardpoint? I think you got the answer at the end of that uplink game.
I think so, Mike. I think so. And, you know, it just shows the strength, I feel, of this Defying History squad. I mean, sure, 3-0's your series score, but as we are all well aware, went to game 11 in that S&D, and then, of course, we saw there 6-5 in your uplink. I mean, AVANT-GARDE looking strong at the end. At the beginning, they got a little bit sloppy at the end. At the end of Defying History, were able to come back, and I think it says something for the Defying History squad to go up against a APAC champs team and really put it to them. You know, it shows that they're really a team to not to be trifled with here in the CyberGamer Pro League. So, I mean, expect big things from them for the rest of the league, and especially those few players that I pointed out. But yeah, just watch out for this team.
Yeah, you definitely should. But that is going to wrap up the broadcast here tonight for tonight's CGP match. Now, we should potentially have maybe one match tomorrow, depending on how things go out with the last remaining games to be scheduled. But we also do have our ODC on Sunday, so expect more matches and more streams coming out in the next couple of days. Remember to follow all the CyberGamer's social media outlets, though. You got our Facebook, facebook.com/CyberGamer Network. You got our YouTube, youtube.com/CyberGamer.com.au. Hopefully, a rebroadcast should be up there tomorrow or Sunday. I'm trying to get them up as quick as possible. Remember to follow our Twitter at CGXboxAU. And of course, this MLG.TV page is lacking some followers, so be sure to press that follow button there on the bottom left of that video. Apart from that, remember to follow ACL Maniac there as he's lifting his phone to the screen. All I see is white on that.
I'll show yours, actually. Oh, do you? I was
yep.
trying to... It's actually the CyberGamer. I was trying to pimp your CyberGamer one.
I saw the logo up the top, but I really couldn't be sure because all I could really see is white for the majority of that. So nice attempt.
It'd probably help if I could...
I'll give you brownie points.
Yeah, look, wait. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
I would have been disappointed if it didn't have the follow button there. If it didn't say you were following, I would have been a little bit disappointed. But you are. So let's all take in what. Let's use a Maniac as our example. We follow us on Twitter at CGXboxAU. But that'll be the end here. Remember to follow ACL Maniac though for coming in on such short notice to be able to cast this match in. Literally 30 seconds to go into the match, and he just hopped on in and really got ready for this one.
That's literally how it happened.
Literally how it happened.
Movie. On the phone. When do we call on phone? Get on here.
Yeah, pretty much.
I dig it.
Pretty much how it went down. But
it's how I do, Mike.
yeah, I mean, it definitely was much appreciated. So be sure to hit him there on Twitter. I do believe, I want to say that you're extremely close to your 1,000 mark, and you are only 14 away. So hopefully you can get that.
Oh.
But that wraps up our broadcast here tonight. I'm Myksta, joined by a Maniac. Until next time, we'll catch you later.